welcome to the Liberty Lovin' Kitchen, where the first ingredient is always love. I'm your host, Patrick Patton, and with my co-host, Barrett Patton.
Welcome back, everybody.
Today we're going to be making for you our pizza sauce / marinara sauce. We use it primarily for our pizza, but we also add it in for our spaghetti sauce, for our lasagna, manicotti, dipping sauce, whatever we need a good general purpose marinara for. But like I said, our primary use for this is for pizza sauce typically. So we're going to get started and hope you enjoy.
But before we do, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a new video.
As far as ingredients go, Barrett's going to run down the ingredients and I'm going to start putting them in the food processor. I like to chop everything up into pretty fine consistency. So we'll just put some in the food processor and start adding ingredients to it.
Alright, so we're going to start off with 3 28-ounce cans of Cento San Marzano tomatoes.
San Marzano. It's a really nice red tomato. And I'll do one at a time. Oh, I got a little peel in there. Anyway, next on the list is
a 1/4 cup of olive oil.
There we go. And next
we're going to put in 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. We're using garlic powder that we smoke ourselves, but any garlic powder will do.
And after that,
I believe it's a tablespoon of sugar.
That is correct, 1 tablespoon of sugar. Then 2 teaspoons of
dried oregano.
Dried origami. And
then we're going to follow that up with 3/4 of an ounce of fresh oregano.
Fresh oregano. And I have already peeled this off of the stems, so we get most of the leaves off, and there's a few stems in there, but for the most part they're all gone. And after that we follow up with a little bit of salt, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of
black pepper.
And finally,
how much baking soda are we going to put in here now?
1/2 teaspoon. And there we go. Now, we'll chop this up first. Fill it up too much, it'll come up high and wash out. Get my sauce pan, and I will empty this out into our saucepan. Bet you didn't see that coming.
I don't know, we got some pretty smart viewers.
And we will follow that up with the other 2 cans.
Again, San Marzano tomatoes.
The San Marzano really makes it. They can be hard to find around here from time to time. I'm thinking about starting a garden this year and hopefully growing some. I've seen where you can get them, but haven't gotten that far yet. Again, it's a pretty simple sauce. It's not a very difficult recipe to put together, but, and again, I think it's the San Marzano's. It's a really rich sauce. got a lot of good flavors in it. And I like my sauce, my marinara, not to be chunky, so we try to chop it up pretty good. Double checking while that runs to make sure I don't have any big clumps in here. They appear to be good, and I'm sure that's ready now.
And this is nice because all you have to do is throw all your ingredients in a food processor, pulse them up a little bit, and put it in the pan to heat it up. So pretty simple. Or Dad makes it look pretty simple anyway.
It's pretty simple. You just mixing it up, but I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's a, like I said, it's got a really dark red compared to at least most of the store-bought sauces you see, I think. And I'm gonna get this simmering on the stovetop. Probably let that simmer for, once I get it up to where it's simmering, for 45 minutes to an hour. Let it get really nice and hot. I will heat up, this should make about roughly 3 quarts, just under 3 quarts. And then I will heat that up, heat up 3-quart glass jars, mason jars, and we'll pour that in there, and when you put the lids on it, with anything tomato based, because of the high acidity, you don't necessarily have to pressure can that. You can do a hot water boil, which sometimes I do, and sometimes I just pour it in there hot, and it lasts as long as it lasts around this house. But so anyway, we'll come back when we get it going and show you what that looks like a little bit later. But
in the meantime, remember to smash that like button, leave us a comment, subscribe to our channel, and share this video with anyone you can think of. We'll see you here in just a little bit on the Liberty Lovin' Kitchen.
Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Okay, we are back and we are finishing up our marinara sauce. I've got 3 quarts that I boiled for basically the entire time I was simmering the sauce.
Very hot.
Just poured it on my hand.
I don't know if I could have showed that much restraint. Good for you.
Well, I had my little gloves on. That helped a little bit. So, we're going to fill these 3 jars.
Take care to not do what he did if you're doing this.
And
where do you get your mason jars from?
Mason jar store. Where do you get yours?
I was asking so you could tell the people where they could get them.
Well, since the pandemic has come about, they've been hard to find. Not so much the jars, but what's been very hard to find has been the lids and rings to some extent, but new lids have been really hard to find. I mean, I bought some that weren't actual mason jar ones, like Ball, and they were pricey, but I wanted to have some just for when I needed them. But typically get them at Walmart, and they've had some lately. Still hard to get the lids, but you can find them there occasionally. But not too difficult to find the jars, or that hasn't been my experience, at least of recent months. Still hard to find lids. Yeah, I guess I should say that 5 or 6 more times to stress that, because I seem to keep repeating that, don't I? But each jar of tomatoes was 28 ounces. So that should, we didn't add much volume of anything else. So we usually come up with about 2 quarts, and of course it cooked down a little bit too. Usually about 2.5 quarts is where we're going to wind up. And that appears to be an accurate assessment this time. Super easy to make, fast, and I really enjoy this sauce.
Before too long, we'll show you how to make pizza using this sauce.
Pizza is coming quick. Maybe it's Thursday at the date of filming, and maybe I'm thinking this weekend. Don't usually do that, but I did. I should have. So I'm going to wipe off the lids here, or the tops of the jars, make sure they're clean. This one's got such a big air gap in it, it probably won't seal that great, but it won't be hanging around very long anyway. So we will put our lid and the rings on here. And we've got our water already boiling. I'm going to set them back in this pan. Put the lid on here, and probably going to take over 45 minutes or so, and then let it cool off in the water. Haven't done it yet. I'll do it after I turn the recorder off. But one good thing I've found that works good when you're canning. When you're canning jars, a lot of times you get kind of a filmy, pasty, chalky substance on your jars. And if you put like just a tablespoon of vinegar in there with it, that'll usually keep the jars fairly clean. So I'll do that in just a second too, but that's a little, oh, pro tip. That's my pro tip for the day. Anyway, thanks for watching. Not much here to show you left on that. We cook for about 45 minutes, and then we're done. They cool off. Put them up in the pantry and eat them when we want them. So, how about you, Barry? You got anything else to say?
You know, I don't think I do, except it's very important that y'all smash that like button, subscribe to our channel so you never miss a new video, leave us a comment down in the comment section, and share this video with everybody. But thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching Liberty Lovin' Cooking.
Kitchen.
Liberty Lovin' Kitchen. Where the first ingredient is always love.